Okay, hi Tim, how are you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good, it's nice to see you. Thanks very much for giving me some time this afternoon and to tell me about what's been going on. So, would you mind just starting by just introducing yourself, introducing your company, tell us what you do and what your role is there.
Sure, so I'm Tim Driver, one of the two co-founders at Tarsier Spirit. We are a Southeast Asian inspired spirits brand. So we've started off with gin. We've got two products in our portfolio at the moment, a Southeast Asian dry and an Oriental pink. And it's all about bringing new flavors to the market, things that aren't being done by anyone at the moment. And my role in the company as co-founder, there's only two of us in the entire company, so it encompasses distilling, marketing, accounts, branding, product development, absolutely everything.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thanks very much, Tim. So let's just have a little conversation then about what's going on at Tarsier at the moment, and in particular, how do you see what's the outbreak, the coronavirus outbreak, and the lockdown period? What's it done in your market space, do you think?
Well, if we just go back a little bit to pre-lockdown, we're only 2 years old, so we're still a new company. This year, everything was pointing upwards. We're on a really good trajectory. We're exporting to 12 markets. We had some big wins in this country, so big accounts come on board. And we just had our best ever event the weekend before lockdown happened.
Right.
So when it actually came in, it immediately cut off 95% of our revenue stream, because we sell mostly to on-trade, so pubs, bars, restaurants. They're shut, they're not buying anymore. No. The distributors that service them, they're not buying from us. And also export, because this is a worldwide issue, it's exactly the same in every country. So we had some quite big export orders lined up, and they've just been paused.
Yeah. Okay. So I can imagine how you felt when it came in. Then that's it's not been good for either of us, but 95%. That's incredible. So Tim, what did you do? How did you react to it?
So we had a look at what the marketplace was going to be like, and obviously people are still going to want to drink, but they can't go out to pubs and bars, so they're going to drink at home. Now, it kind of caught us on the back foot a little bit because we don't have a premises license here, which means that we can't sell online on our own website, that was a massive blow, really. Yeah. But we immediately put that license application in, spoke to the licensing team to see if they could get that through any quicker. And then we also reached out to one company that we work quite closely with. They're an events company. We do their gin festivals up and down the country. They can sell online. So what we're doing is, until we get our license, we're sending stock to them for them to sell online on our behalf.
Brilliant, brilliant. So this is and obviously we started to talk about this recently. This is a fantastic example of just pivoting how you do things or who you do things for. So okay, so from there then, what sort of plans have you made from there? How's it developed from that point?
So whilst we're waiting for the license to come through, still not here yet, we thought, well, we're just making gin and it's not really going anywhere. We'd managed to build up quite stock. We thought, well, what can we do? We don't want to furlough ourselves because we actually want to try and build the business and get it into good shape when we release from the lockdown. So we looked at what else we could do. And we were thinking about hand sanitizer. We'd seen it in the press that other distilleries were doing it. So we looked into how to actually do that. What's the legal framework? What do we need to put in place to make that happen? And around that time, a GP surgery got in touch saying, we've got no sanitizer, we're desperate, can you help? So it kind of happened just at the right time. Yeah. That kind of gave us the impetus to just say, right, let's do this. So we bought the ingredients that we needed. We made sure we'd cleared off all the regulatory hurdles. And a couple of days later, we were producing our first batches of sanitizer. And now that's gone out to Greater Manchester Combined Authority, which is providing it to care homes, fire service, social care settings. We've donated some. For instance, Marie Curie nurses got in touch, the GP surgery, but then we're also doing it in bigger volumes at cost. And that just means that we can pay our wages, cover the overheads, keep the lights on, keep this place running.
Oh, Tim, this is a great survival story. So what I'm loving about what you just said there is the speed and the adaptability you showed. How quickly you were able to take your business, which, as you've said, 2 years old, still learning its own way, and you've been able to flip it round to pivot or adjust into the marketplace at the moment, and that's fantastic. And then you've managed to bring altruism into it as well by donating this, because obviously we're all very aware of what a treasured product hand sanitizer is at the moment. So let me ask you, you and Sherwin, what lessons do you think you've taken from this period? Lessons that you might be able to carry on way after the lockdown's closed. It's finished, sorry.
So one of the other things we've been doing in this time is almost giving the business a bit of a spring clean. So we've evaluated our supply chain to see where we can improve things there. We've revisited the branding. We're looking at new product development, all these things so that when lockdown finishes, we can come out of it in better shape than we went in. So it's kind of taught us that actually we need to be doing this on a more regular basis.
Right.
It's very easy to get caught up in the business, especially in our industry. We were distilling during the week, traveling the country at weekends, doing events, exhibiting, selling. We never actually got a chance to sit down and think, right, what is it that we need to do to get to where we want to go? And actually one of the things that we've come up with in this essentially downtime that we've had, or this extra downtime, is to look at cocktails. So again, this feeds into people being stuck at home. They still want a nice cocktail. So we are looking at developing a range of 3 or 4 ready bottled cocktails that we're going to sell both online and home delivery. So kind of trying to recreate that bar experience. And we're going to package it up as you can get some friends together. We'll send the cocktails to each of the places, the venues, the homes. You can set up a Zoom party. So you're there with your friends having your virtual cocktail party, and we'll produce video content. So you can watch this video content together about the cocktail, how it's made, how to prepare it, how to shake it, that sort of thing. So it's just coming up with new ways to service the market, however the market changes.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So, you know, in only a couple of minutes, in 2 or 3 minutes, you've talked us through, you know, a day when you saw 95% of your business go off the side of a cliff, through to a point where you've now developed new markets, new products, new ways of selling things, and obviously you still haven't got your license yet, which will open up new opportunities beyond that as well. I think that's brilliant, Tim. So if anybody else, they might be watching this today and they're running their business, have you developed any tips, any advice that can come from Tarsier Spirit to say, look, here's how we're coping right now, here's the key things we think you should be doing at the moment?
I guess the main one is to look at how your market has changed. Now, for some businesses, it would have just been shut down. There's no way to penetrate it. But for others, has it shifted online? Can what you do be done either virtually, or are there new customers that you can reach out to during this time? Even if there isn't, you can still think about how you position your business for when we return to normality. Because there's always ways to improve what you're doing, to bring out new product, to introduce new services. So it's just a really good time to get yourself match fit.
I like it. Good way of putting it. Yeah, that's brilliant. So listen, thanks very much for your time, Tim. Just one thing before you do go. Obviously, I have tasted the gin. I know it tastes good. But for anybody who hasn't, can you point us to your website, to your Facebook page? How do we get hold of it if we don't know you already?
So our website, tarsierspirit.com. It's also the same handle on all social media. So have a look at the website, look at our Instagram, check us out, and read more about our story. And also read about our ethical side. I mean, this is why it was also quite an easy decision to go into the hand sanitizer, to do something to give back, because it's already in our DNA. We donate 10% of our profits to Tarsier Conservation. So this little creature here, tiny little primate from Southeast Asia, our gin is helping them to survive. So that's part of it.
Tim, that's brilliant. It's a great story, and I know we've been talking about this for a couple of years now. It's a great story. It's a great product. Thanks for your time this afternoon, Tim. Take care now.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.